stop by. Okay, let me make sure I got everything all set. Welcome back, everyone.
Wow.
We get to go back into the lovely town of Hungry Hollow.
Yay!
Nothing
Yay!
bad ever happens.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Bop. Last time on Paraspera at the ferry, people had mornings, normal routines. Nothing was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We met
Rumors.
we met some family and friends of our wonderful protagonists. We met Hun's mom, we met Isaac's kids, Tomo's dad, Bruce's friend, and Peabody met fuck all.
I met Arthur.
Oh, god damn it, Vaughn.
2 years and we'll be able to get him.
Oh, we'll get him. Oh, Iata.
Oh, bully that child.
Though, where we left off, everyone had received a letter summoning them, if they were so interested, for an interview at Springsteel News concerning a recent coming event in town. So, we can pick up there. Let me go ahead and change the music. Is there anyone specifically, I'll ask this ahead of time, is there anyone specifically who is not going?
Okay.
I think we're all
All right.
going.
Become
None of us
interested.
actually show up.
We all find each other outside the door and like, hey, let's get out of here.
Let's skip this popsicle stand.
You know, I just came here to get close enough and then turn and play hooky.
Funky music.
So then we can go ahead and move you all over to the news station, which is over here marked as 40. Ignore the 39 under it. It's a lie.
Boop.
Do I know how to get over here?
You know what? No, probably not.
You just gotta make like one circle of town. You'll see it.
Oh,
It'll take you 10 minutes.
yeah,
Said we had to go to 40?
40, yep.
Okay. I drag my icon on here? I don't exist yet.
You don't, where are you, buddy?
I don't exist.
You had to have existed at
No,
some
Hun
point.
didn't exist this whole time. It was just
Oh,
assumed
my
that he was at his
goodness.
house.
Well, I'm gonna shrink you and you can exist now.
Nice.
Here you go, kids. Have some existence.
That's a really, like,
Delicious.
roundabout way that he has to get over there.
Well, you have to drop your mom off first,
That's
so
true.
your path is gonna be
South.
especially
I'm
hectic
going
because it looks
south.
like you're basically going like all the way down,
No, I don't need
dropping
to
your
take
mom
that.
off.
I don't need... Is that an overhead bridge? Or an overhead pass? Or
That's
is
the highway.
Yeah, it's a highway that runs through town.
that... Okay.
Then once you're done, you could just, you know.
I think what Han might do is he'd take the scenic way
Oh god.
this way, right? You can't actually see what I'm doing. Where's my?
Oh, he's
where's
taking
the
back
ruler?
roads.
Yeah, he's taking back roads. So he'd take. You can see that still, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
We take the back road here, right?
Mhm.
He stays on the road. So you go over here, drop mom off.
Bye, Mom.
Do a loop, and then up.
And then shoot
the other
straight
way,
up.
yep.
Easy peasy.
And then you make it there. Everyone makes it there pretty easy. Hun, you have a little bit more of a roundabout
back.
direction to go. Peabody, you have a more roundabout direction to go because you don't know where the fuck you're going. But everyone else is able to make it there with relative ease. Why isn't my song repeating? There we go. And then you all arrive, and I will change the picture for you. Oh.
Ooh.
And you come to a
so
small, humble building. You gotta have more than one thing in the queue for your song to repeat and watch together. I just set it to repeat. That should work, shouldn't it?
No. You could just put it in twice, can't
It
you?
seems to be looping.
Yeah, we'll see. If it breaks again, I'll do something about it. A small, humble building that has tall windows, plants on the outside, and it's white brick. Ignore the snow; it's not real. And it almost kind of blends into the pale sky of this overcast day. And you can see from inside the shining of lights, showing that there's definitely someone there. But not only do you see that, as you all approach this location, you see each other. Some familiar faces, perhaps, for a few of you.
One does
What
like
do you do?
the nod. Patented, trademarked.
This is a
Towards
Saturday, right?
the people he knows.
It
Weird.
is a Saturday.
Hmm.
And Bruce gives the nod back. The maintenance nod.
Yep. Got an invite too.
Yeah.
Huh.
I figured I'd stop. I'm not playing Henderson. He doesn't stutter. Sorry.
Just fall into it so
Spit the
naturally.
Henderson out of your bones,
You have
boy.
to divorce your brain from Henderson.
He is. I got the invitation. I thought it was like it may be a mistake, and then he sees his dad.
Has Tori spoken for a bit? Tori, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Have me come in a little bit late. I'm
Okay.
a little distracted by something.
That's fine. Okay.
You have
so
time. You have time, Bruce.
All right.
Isaac would be late.
You would, of course, fashionably late.
Getting a coffee.
How many of us are coming in late?
Well, Hun's on time. So is he actually? Well, yeah, because he would have to account for having to drop his mum off. I think he's a fairly timely fellow, so he's.
He's a very meticulous fellow.
Is he one of the first ones here?
Honestly, Isaac's probably trying to sort out his kids and a babysitter last minute.
Yeah.
You're able to summon Beth last second.
hmm
What about Ren? What is the timely fashion of the Ren?
I don't think Hellings would allow him to be late. So while
He
I
told
don't
his
think
dad
he's-
about it.
I have to go into the woods, son. I will drop you off before I leave.
I mean, probably, honestly. Like that's how I imagine it actually playing out.
So then,
While he wouldn't probably be there as early as Hun would,
Mhm.
he'd probably get there like not too long after Hun does.
Then Hun and Bruce, you came shortly after Hun, correct?
Yeah.
So then Hun and Bruce, you two are in front of the courier, and you see a car pull up that it's not like it's new and it's not like it's used. It's that little place in between, and it's this sort of rust color. And the windows, very specifically, have some sort of blackout tint. And the door opens, and Ren emerges. And Hun specifically, you can make eye contact with the driver, and the two of you look at each other with British eyes,
We
and
do
there's a sort
the
of
British
nod.
nod.
Fucking tinted window.
He would.
Ellen.
He really would.
Now the question is there a dent in the bumper?
Yes.
From running over that mimic.
Motley crew we've got here.
Yeah,
Oh, you got
not
it too,
like.
hun?
So I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm here to find out.
Car pulls away.
And I'll do like the little like hand up, you know, the farewell.
The not quite a wave.
Yep.
All right. So then the question is, who comes next? The one who is setting up last-minute babysitter, or the one who is
Lost.
finding a last-minute map?
Which one's faster?
PBD, for shits and giggles, can you roll a 1d40 for me, please?
40, okay.
What house did he originally go towards? Is there 40? Yeah, there's 40 buildings.
8.
God, what was
All
it?
right, let's see here.
Sweet.
Do I end
The
up somewhere
mortuary?
else first?
Okay,
Oh no, I ended up with the mortuary.
how did you? Peabody, you overshot considerably. As you had kind of followed the road down, and then there was the main highway, and you're like, okay, this has got to go the right area, and you kind of follow that, and there's a side road from there, kind of leading to more towards the west.
Peabody, how did you
Follow
get
that.
home?
It took him like an hour plus, I believe was what was stated when we were
It
leaving.
took him
the
a
mall.
long fucking time. So then, yeah, Peabody, you found your way to the mortuary before you found your way to Springsteel News.
Understandable. He's got a lot on his mind. I think he debated for a long time whether to actually answer this and go see what was going on, and then eventually came to the conclusion that this is really weird and way too suspiciously convenient that this just popped up. He's gonna go trying to figure out what the hell is happening.
Mm-hmm. And so you pull up to this humble brick building with 3 other individuals standing outside of it. All people you have seen in varying degrees of dead. And here they stand.
Yeah, I think the fact that the fact that they are here too now both solidifies the decision to go see what the fuck was going on, because that is too weird to be a coincidence, and also just a little more dread, hanging out in the back there.
And for everyone else, I don't believe any of you knew Peabody. Correct?
None of us.
The-
Would Isaac have?
Isaac
not
knows
here
him
yet.
from the clinic, but yeah, he's not here right now.
Yeah, Bruce was Hun's connection, so
Mhm.
I feel like Hun doesn't go to the doctor all that often.
That
He's
seems about right.
He's a homestead medicine kind of guy. He just
Yeah.
fixes it with whatever Ma
It's fine.
knows the remedy for.
Yep.
Mhm.
Chicken noodle doesn't solve it, then it's death.
Just need elderberry syrup and a hot
Some herbs, you know.
hot vodka.
Yeah. And pain, drink something. Drink more of it.
Yeah, pain relief. Just drink until it stops hurting.
All right. How we looking, Isaac? Good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a second?
So, here's my predicament.
Okay.
I have 1 more hour of Final Fantasy PvP before I don't get a mount.
Oh my god.
It ends tonight.
Is it? It's not an hour. You have 45 minutes.
Oh my god.
How far are you?
I'm on the last one. I'm literally on the level. It's right there.
We need to take an emergency break.
So close. I'm halfway through it too. It's like 2 more matches.
All right.
People help you, or is it a thing that you have to do as a solo mission?
Well, so basically, every time you do a PvP, you get a little bit of experience for your series.
Mhm.
So I am with a bunch of other randos who are last minute doing it in the final 45 minutes.
I assume everyone else is screaming in chat. Oh no, you can't even chat. Never mind.
No, they are screaming in chat. I'm in the front line, so I was gonna try to idle as much as I could.
Hilarious.
So that's my
Would you-
sitch.
Would you like Isaac to be kind of piloted along while you're getting your mount?
So I could just have it so his babysitter situation just takes a little bit longer. Like quite literally, a last minute he's heading out the door and he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't get a babysitter. I should probably do that."
All right. We'll
Yeah.
have Isaac join a little later then.
Yeah, he gets caught
It
up
can
in
take quite a
arguing with
while
his daughter
to
about
find a.
how- It's like, yes, I had you watch the kids this morning, but I'm gonna be gone a little bit longer, so I need somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can do it.
I'm sorry, I've been grinding this since I got home.
It's okay. So then you all wait outside for a bit, and eventually you see kind of movement from within, and the door handle turns and opens, and standing in the doorway, you see a young man with blonde hair and prim outfit. Looks like he took a good while to make sure it's perfectly placed. Ren, someone you spoke to briefly yesterday, mainly in the line of, I'm not answering your questions, bitch. The other rest of you, maybe not as familiar. Barring Astra's exception, yes, we know. Everybody knows everyone. And Douglas greets you all. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Sorry for the wait. Were you out here long?
Not too long.
Oh, well, please come in. And he steps back and holds the door open.
Yeah, I'll go in. Ooh, that's fun. Fun
Here's the
transparent
Dougie
thing.
boy.
The Dougie.
Dougie.
The Dougle.
Tuggle.
And he
Given the regrettable nickname of Dougie by Isaac.
and
Do you have it? You can't escape it.
he will lead everyone towards the back where there is a table set, and you can see as well already set down is a notepad and pen, as well as a couple of coffees. And he says, I'm not sure what everyone drinks. We have creamer as needed, and some sugar over there. And he motions towards a side table.
Alright. Pun, who is usually a tea guy, will also take coffee. Caffeine is caffeine.
Coffee.
And then he looks and he kind of looks everyone over. And there's a slight squint to his eye as it goes back to a neutral expression because one's missing. But as
We don't know
is the
that.
way with invitations, sometimes not everyone takes them.
We don't know anyone's missing.
I'll be there.
Isaac just can't find that goddamn babysitter. Where's Beth when you need her?
She's out with friends right now. I gotta find another.
And he says, "Thank you so much for coming and taking your time to stop by. My name's Douglas Gray. I am a reporter with Springsteel News here, and I'm working on an article concerning the community and events we have, as well as participation by everyone within. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, both about how much you're aware of the going-ons in town and a little bit about yourselves, and then we'll extrapolate from there. Is that all right?"
Right.
This is about a baby shower?
A baby shower as well as some other events. The baby shower is the most recent coming, with the exception of the farmer's market.
So,
Okay.
how many folk? How many folk are gonna be talking to?
You are the first batch of 5.
And it's not like the place is real big. How many people are you going to be talking to? Just perchance.
Let's see here. He kind of does the quick mental math. He says, I think roughly 30.
Alright.
That's assuming the invitations are taken.
Right. Well, if I'm counting right, we're missing someone.
He nods. Yes, I believe we are. According to my... He checks a list here. The person it would have been handed out to today is an Isaac Gray.
Oh, wow.
There's a little disbelieving laugh in the back by the cart that has the coffee supplies.
Well, he's got a handful of kids, so he's probably trying to find someone.
Well, that's no problem either way.
Kind of
Would
glances
you-
over to Bruce to gauge his response.
Sorry, I missed that. It cut out for me. What was that?
Oh, Hun was glancing over to see how Bruce is doing.
Because Douglas
He
just
looks pretty
announced that-
neutral faced about it. He went, "Oh," and that's about it.
Well, that "oh" was very telling, I think.
Please make yourselves comfortable. The promised pizza should be coming within the next hour or so.
Oh,
Forgot about the
Nice.
pizza. I'm gonna miss the pizza.
Isaac, get your ass
You've got an
over
hour,
here.
Isaac. Time.
Hurry before we eat all the pizza.
Slice.
And he takes a seat and will motion for others to if they aren't.
Hun will, after getting his coffee, he will sit.
Is everyone else sitting, or are some people choosing stance?
I think Peabody is going to
Bruce
hang
probably
back and
chooses to sit.
stand.
Okay. What about Ren?
Just for sitting down.
Yeah, sitting, standing. What would Ren like to do? Where's Ren in the room?
Probably near the people he knows, like Hun.
Is he
Okay.
trying to be cool and drink black coffee?
No, he's.
So
I
cool.
don't think he. I don't even think he tries to drink it like outside of his house. Like it's just
Just
what he
bypasses coffee.
like what he normally does. Just like a little bit of sugar. That's enough. He probably will be getting some coffee. How early is it for this interview?
It's before noon, so you're looking at around probably like 10 or 11.
Hmm. Yeah, he might grab like a. This would probably be like his second cup of coffee for today.
Gotta stay awake.
Well, he's got to make sure he has energy to stay up late and go hang out with his hooligan friends.
Yeah.
His hooligan friends.
Hooligans.
Is that what Bruce calls them?
Oh my god. Those goddamn hooligans.
Those hooligans taking decks.
Taking Porsches. God.
So, for starters, I'm just going to go down the listed names I have to make sure that I've got them all correct for each of you. Is that all right?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
All right. I have Harrison Hun.
Yep.
All right. He takes note. Ren Hellings.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Bruce Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Smiles. And then Isaac's not here. And then Alistair Peabody.
Right.
Okay.
So, the kid who dropped these things off, those
Mhm.
invites of yours, said it was a random name draw?
Yes. So how it worked is we've collected a list of names, and then it's been randomly drawn who will be reached out to for the next following week.
Why do it like that, though? What if you end up with someone who has nothing to tell you at all?
Then it keeps the most authentic answer. For polling the general populace, not everyone's going to be involved. I think it's more fair that way.
Well, if he wants to make of what the town's up to, it's the best way to do it.
Sips coffee.
Unshrugs.
I thought you said unshrugs instead of hunshrugs.
Unshrugged. No, there was a shrug, it's gone now.
Very good.
All right. So how we're going to go about this is in a sort of round robin style. If that's all right with you, I'll ask a question. We'll go down the order, each of you giving me an answer. If you have any questions of your own or statements, please feel free to provide them at the same time as your answer.
Okay.
Right.
So then, to begin, of 5 events in town, which ones did you have knowledge of? The Carpenter Mall car auction, Brea Rochester's baby shower, the Recreation Center used book sale, the Hungry Hollow Child's dance recital, and the Sunday farmers market. And concerning these things, you can all choose to, well, you can choose to know if your character would know this or not, given how involved they are in the town.
Can you go down the list again?
Yep, I can actually just post it.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I feel like Bruce knew about all of these because he goes to church and all his friends are gossiping women.
Bruce has his hand on the pulse of all.
No, Bruce is standing by someone who has their hand on the pulse. Who's going,
Just
oh my god, the
absorbing all of
heartbeat!
it.
It's here!
Right, and this is for the paper.
He nods.
I would think that Hun is a daily reader of the paper. It's one of the things that keeps him busy. Has there
Then,
been anything interesting in it recently?
There was the advertisement concerning the mall and the upcoming auction. Before that, there was a article on the decreasing number of wildlife in the area.
Ooh.
And calling into question if there will be any conservation efforts made if this continues.
Okay. So, out of these, I think, well, of course, auction for sure. He's only heard the whisper of the shower just now, I believe. Was that what we came to
Yes.
conclusion of? Book sale is a maybe. I don't think he reads a whole lot of books.
What a
Because he's
farmer.
busy doing everything else. Yeah. Books are good doorstops. And his mom isn't reading anything, so unless she reads Braille, but yeah. Dance
Does he
title.
read her the morning newspaper?
He probably does, yeah.
They sit and have breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. What a good son.
They have such a good domestic life.
If the dancer recital didn't take place near the ball, he probably doesn't know about it, unless it was in the gossip circle.
It was probably mentioned.
Okay, so he is
Depends
only
on if he
aware of it.
retains it then, I guess.
True. His mom probably would remember it. He probably heard it in one ear, out the other. The farmer's market, he probably goes to regularly.
And that is upcoming on Sunday, given basically in-game tomorrow.
Okay. Right.
And then I'll go ahead and, once everyone's got it all kind of locked in, I'll go ahead in character. And if you would have your characters answer how they would, we'll get that interview going.
Wow.
They have mentioned the farmer's market on the the morning news. Because otherwise, people need
I don't
to
think we
chat
have
about
our
any of
own
this.
news, like, TV station, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, there probably isn't mention of it, I don't think.
It's probably where our whole town gets a mention at all on the...
Mm. So I know basically nothing.
You know
Excellent.
none of these except one.
None of these things happened or are going to happen.
You know about the auction?
Yes, was a single one because he experienced it.
Great detail and agonizing.
Excruciating detail.
What about Ren?
I feel like Hellings is a farmer's market guy.
I can see it.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
I feel like he's a farmer's market kind of guy, so he probably, like, I imagine they've gone there pretty frequently. Like, they go there fairly often.
They have some really good high quality rope at those farmers markets.
Oh, Hellings.
Oh, good God.
No reason.
He just goes
Dad,
to
why
like
do
the
you
little
need-
farm supply stands and buys like, oh, I need an axe sharpening stone and
He buys like an actual like horseshoe.
Fucking iron horseshoe for defending from the Fae.
I
Oh
was
my
expecting more to come
God.
from that, but that was
That's it. No, just a horseshoe.
horseshoe, period.
getting horseshoe.
Maybe
A singular
yeah.
horseshoe.
Dad, how come you always get rope when you go here? Son, I'm gonna need you to stop asking so many questions.
For my job.
It's from
It's f-
for the
it's
shed.
from my job.
Dad, why do you need more rope? Because I ran out of the last rope I had.
What happened to the last rope you had?
Used
Son?
it
Yeah,
for my
that's
job, son.
You're
Son,
asking,
shut.
you're asking a lot of questions today.
What do you use the rope for? What is rope you tend to be used for, Red? Use your common sense.
At least he doesn't turn around and be like, rope's gonna be used for you if you don't shut.
For tying up kids that don't listen.
Oh my god, yup. There we go, we've got him. We've got the essence of Hellings.
Yeah, see, he actually is. He's keeping all the rope so that he can deal with Ren's friends.
God!
Oh god.
That's where he's going at night, tracking them down.
No, that would be the lie that he feeds Ren.
Oh. My god.
Uh,
As-
go ahead.
aside from the farmers market, I mean, obviously he knows about the baby shower. He got the invite.
hmm
He knows about the auction because he was there. Yeah, that's probably it.
So then, let's just. Would there be any different answers in character? Because we can. Let's do it. Let's run it down just so we
Yeah.
can get some fun little.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so then
Get
go
the
ahead,
RP
starting
flowing.
with Bruce.
Yeah, I've heard of all of these. It's probably gonna go to the market.
What do you usually frequent at the market?
Oh, I mean, mostly I browse, but sometimes I get, I could do watermelon in the summer, I guess, for like 4th of July.
You see the pencil and like one end of the pencil bobbing as he writes. And then he looks over to Hun and you.
For which one?
All of them.
Right.
As far as your knowledge goes, what of these lists, which ones are you aware of?
Oh, right. Well, I work at the mall, so I know about the auction. The farmers market I attend regularly. For produce mostly. But I like to wander a bit sometimes, see what's around. Only heard about the shower recently. I heard it was a private event, so I'm a little curious why we're being asked about it, but news is news, I suppose. And I've also heard whisperings of the recital, but I haven't followed it. It's just something that I heard about.
Nods. So all but the book sale.
Yeah.
Nods. So far, pretty on the pulse, he says, looking at both Hun and Bruce.
Shrugs.
Shrugs. Yeah, I was gonna say. They shrug at the same time.
Surrogate father and son. Mannerisms combining.
All right. And then yourself, Mr. Peabody?
Just the auction, and only because I happened to wind him at the mall needing something else that day.
You hadn't heard of anything before that, though?
remember if... I don't think he originally had heard of the auction. He just kind of wound up there in... when we
Yeah,
was
you
in
came because
Carpenter.
you needed
Yeah,
tools.
yeah. So, so he is just going with his original answer. So he shakes his head at the follow-up question.
Nods.
I need to run an errand.
Understandable. Are you a reader of the paper?
Occasionally.
And then, where would you say you usually get news or updates about the town or events?
Where would I have used to get next? Probably just... Dude,
We weren't in a small town before.
yeah.
So are you bullshitting, or are you gonna?
No, I think he is a little out of his element, seeing the group that he has walked in with. And you know what? The honest answer. Morning news on the television, radio on the way to work.
He nods. All right. And then yourself, Mr. Hellings?
He takes a second with that because like he's used to people calling his dad that, not him. So he just like jolts for a second, like, oh shit, wait, he's talking about me. And then he's like, I've heard of some of these. Was working at the mall for the auction. Frequent the farmer's market pretty often, I guess. My dad really likes that. I heard about the baby shower.
And if I may ask, well, we could say Bruce, or is it Mr. Palmer, Mr. Hun, and Mr. Hellings, where was it, or who was it you heard about the baby shower through?
Church mostly. Everyone loves talking about new babies. And he doesn't add on, and people who don't invite other people to their parties.
So they're in gossip about you. People love new babies. He's trying.
Trying to remember how Hana heard about it. Was it?
Isn't it one of your connections? Her?
I
Was
thought
it-
Han only heard about it this morning.
I
when
think
got
he
the
heard
letter.
about it from the invite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say the invite.
Should we told him? Saw it in the invite.
He nods.
Like I said, figured it was private if that's the only way I heard about it.
It's both private and an open secret at the same time. Part of being in a small town.
Do tell.
What do you say? Do tell?
Yeah.
He gives you a like knowing little smile, then looks to Ren for
Damn
his
it.
answer.
Trying to mine.
Trying to get the gossip going.
Gotta get the gossip.
She's a friend of ours.
Oh, Brea?
Yeah.
And then, to finish up this line of questioning, so I'm assuming, given a few of you have only just heard about it, any invitations in the group?
Shakes head.
And then no response from anyone else, I'm assuming?
Hmm.
Yeah, Tomo says nothing.
Even though he was invited, he's not gonna fight them.
No, for funsies, Tomo, can you roll a control for me?
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, oh boy, oh jeez.
Oh,
Oh
gosh,
jeez.
gee.
Oh no. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh.
Oh, that was close.
Oh. Wow.
What is the expression Tomo makes as he deadpans through this abstain?
I think I think he's just focused on like trying to keep his face like from like catching on to like that he knows something.
Mm-hmm.
So like Douglas can't like look at it, so he's not really keeping a lot of eye contact, but then again, like that's just what he kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
Is he projecting bored teenager vibes?
Oh, that's like every moment of that's like this every second since he's gotten here, you can just tell he's like he's super bored with it.
He nods. That's actually a bit surprising.
Well, if it's a private event, I guess they were private about who they offered invites to.
So it seems, though almost everyone else I've spoken to has received one. Which is why it's part of the events that are being asked about.
Oh, well. I mean,
Wait,
can't
did he
afford
say we
to.
were the first group that he was
Yes.
interviewing?
Yes.
Okay. Just talking to people on the street, I suppose.
He nods. It's been a very hot topic. So then, moving on to the next line of questioning. Hey, how are we doing with Isaac Land?
Oh, you guys hear a very loud motorcycle outside.
Yes, fucking comes in on the bike.
Oh fuck!
Oh, there he is. There's your
Oh,
Isaac.
yeah, that's him.
And Isaac, you approach. And as you come up to the building, you see the same view everyone else saw, but then also approaching it, you see what seems to be little white pebbles near the doorstep, but also kind of leading away from it further down towards the sidewalk.
What, like a little breadcrumb trail?
It isn't quite as linear. And as you get even closer, you realize that they're not pebbles either. Isaac, due to your coming in late, you are the first one to see what seems to be a collection, a spattering of teeth.
Oh.
Ooh.
Some of which have been scattered around where the doorstep is and the welcome mat, and some that seem to be spanning away towards the front of the yard and further towards like the break between houses.
I assume way too much teeth for like one person.
There's an uncomfortable amount of teeth. I would put that as the
still have,
metric.
do they still have like blood and gum on them, or are they clean?
Are you kneeling down to take a good look?
I mean, if they don't look purely white, then I'm gonna take it as blood and gum.
There are some of them that are not pearly white, we'll put it that way.
Uh-huh. It's not Halloween, is it?
Oh no.
Just gonna go, not knock and just, like, throw the door open.
Rockstar entrance. I'm here, baby.
While you're doing that, I'll go ahead and get the music changed. So, everyone inside, as Douglas is beginning to move on to the next questions, he is cut off unceremoniously as a loud clang is heard and the shaking of glass as Isaac kicks open the door like a rock star. And Douglas visibly like jumps.
Well, there is.
Now, is it just right into your guys' room, or is there some trotting to do?
There's a small front area where like one could talk to a receptionist, but otherwise then it's just a small room in the back.
Is there a receptionist?
No.
Ah.
And you can see the light on from like behind.
Yeah, he's just gonna run over there. A brisk little pace.
You come through.
Yep. Both arms are like either side of the door. Like, oh hey mates. What the fuck? Anyone see the trail of teeth out front?
The what?
The fucking teeth.
Oh, no.
What?
There's a trail of pearly whites out the front door.
What?
Yeah, come on, come here. Come on.
Tomo immediately gets up.
It's just wild.
Will get up and go. He's curious.
Yeah.
Also,
This isn't normal Isaac behavior.
also sorry about interview, whatever. Come on, come on. He's gonna take you guys directly to the teeth.
Bruce is definitely not like seriously into
me
this, but
change
if
this
everyone
to
else is getting up,
column.
he will be following in the back of the pack.
There we go. That's better. That's better.
Like, oh boy, what's my father up to now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does everyone follow Isaac?
Yes.
Sort of.
Reluctantly.
Like I said, he's in the back. He's not really paying attention or looking.
And Douglas does too. Half because I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? And half because this man just kicked in the door to his workplace with the careless abandon of someone who has something to say.
He also stole all of your interview subjects.
He did.
Now I'm gonna interview them.
Have you seen these teeth?
What do you think of these teeth?
What do you think of these teeth?
Are these yours? Do you have teeth?
Are you
Uh,
missing any teeth?
And everyone steps outside and sees the same vision as Isaac did. Seemed like someone almost dumped a handful or two handfuls of teeth, and they hit the ground and scattered about, with concentration towards the front of the news station, but with some of them sort of sprinkling out off towards away from it.
Well, I'll be damned. Han says as he like does that like squat to go to see one, and like he'll pick one up too and just kind of look at it.
You
Are
pick it-
these full human teeth or like teeth like when they fall out that don't have the root?
Hun, you pick it up and you kind of roll it in your hands, and as you do, it leaves a little red stain. And this, in answering your question as well, Inky, they don't seem like the kind that fell out naturally. Some of them are without root, but some of them definitely look like they still have some amount of meat on them.
What the fudge?
Say that out loud.
He does that under his like quietly when he finally gets a good look at it.
This good boy cannot swear.
What in the world? And we'll go ahead and start out if everyone would like to make a control roll for me.
Wahoo!
Boy.
I just got here.
Oh no.
It begins.
Nope, there it go.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out how the hell this works.
Are you handing out cards?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ren, Isaac, Peabody. That's yours. That's yours. And that's yours.
We got Douglas's name, right?
Yes. He's Douglas Gray with Springsteel News.
Well, Douglas, seems you might have a new story to work with.
That you want to interview?
I think you might be right.
We sure we can just like go back to the interviews after this? I mean, come on.
Oh no, what I was gonna
What
say is
is
okay.
this?
So I was just finding a new babysitter, and then I came in here with motorcycle. Came in here real quick. Started running up, and there's teeth on her front porch.
This is a ridiculous question, but he looks to everyone else. You didn't see them here when you came in.
I
Shake
feel
said.
like I feel
Shake
like
said.
we would have mentioned if there were teeth outside your door.
That
I don't
that would
recall
be the
them.
assumption.
It's a lot of teeth.
I mean,
That is.
we stepped by that. I mean, you stepped by that. You came out here and we went in, etc., etc.
Yeah, we were. I mean, he like. Tomo
Right?
looks
Like
to,
he came out to.
He did open the door. Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't like step outside, but he did open the door to let you in.
Right.
and Tomo will look to.
It's not
Hun
like they
and-
look like pebbles. Right? I mean, he stands up and he kind of looks at him. And says, no, they don't look like pebbles.
No, those are definitely teeth.
Also,
And like we've been out here. We've been out here. I mean, I don't think Tomo knows who Bruce is. I think he's maybe seen him in the mall a couple times, but he just never got his name.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like janitors, it makes sense because there might be like, oh, someone threw up. Can you call the janitor? But since he's maintenance, it's like we locked ourselves out. Maybe.
Yeah, or like something's
but,
broke.
But that's probably not something Ren deals with anyway, since he's not the actual manager.
Yeah, so he's just like, yeah. I mean, Han and looks to Bruce. What's your name?
Bruce.
That's Brucey.
Bruce.
Bruce,
Bruce.
not it's
Yeah,
just Bruce.
we were out here like we were out here before everybody else got here, and they were there. So that was just recent. What? Who?
So what? I mean, I wasn't too late, right? Looks at any clock nearby. Ooh. From whenever you guys were out here, I just got here, and it was like this.
What?
And I still got my pearly whites on most of them, so not mine.
I know that I didn't hear anything. Did any of you hear anything?
Shake's head.
Shake's head. Peabody is going to step past everyone down the little steps and kind of walk around the corner slightly where the scattered trail is leading, and he is not going out of sight of the others, but he is going to peer around and see if there is any oddities that he can spot in the nearby vicinity.
All right. You may do that. Let me go ahead and... You look, and I'm going to go ahead and swap us to the map at this point. And the first thing you notice is down the street, there seems to be two individuals who are looking in your direction. And at first you could think maybe they aren't looking specifically, but by watching you see that no, it's that when you are looking at something with intent, when you are looking at something to ascertain some like information.
Do I recognize them?
No.
Who are those folk? Who are those folks?
Isaac, you're so huge.
One second, I'm on it. I'm on it.
He's too
My rockstar
powerful.
power. Heavy metal.
No, Isaac, get down from there.
Really big.
I can't grab him. Why can't I grab Isaac?
That's right.
Get down from there. It's small.
Oh.
Get it. I'm gonna
You're
move
so
everyone to
teeny.
the middle thing.
Oh.
There you go. I'll
No,
grab
Han
you a
is
Doug.
large.
I will grab you a Dougal as well.
A little Dougal.
It's because my
A
hat
little,
makes me
a
big.
little Dougal.
You need your hat is too powerful to be shrinked.
See, what I should actually be doing is sketching in the rest of his hat that got clipped out.
There we go.
I'm hiding under the 40.
Oh, did Bruce get squished?
No, he's under the 40.
Oh,
so he
okay,
looks
okay.
He's
fine.
on a layer
He looks
underneath
No.
the tent. He is perfectly framed by the zero.
So then, you make momentary eye contact, and as you do, they look at you, and then you can catch as they kind of turn to walk away.
Their mouths aren't bloody or anything, are they?
So they're a little far away to tell.
How would we know? One makes a noise. Wait, prank. Probably.
And
I
then
don't know. That seems awfully convenient.
concerning people who I got for answers of who knows bones, I got Peabody. Is there anyone else?
Just have pictures of teeth on metal covers. I don't think I got anything beyond that.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right. Peabody, did you take a look at the teeth?
Not yet.
Okay.
But as these guys are walking away, he's going to wave over to Douglas.
He looks over.
Bring your notepad. And
Yeah.
he's going to start listing off all of the notable features he just saw of those two guys. As much as much as he could get in that quick glance.
Douglas begins to feverishly write down the details that you note. How good of details do you think Peabody would retain?
Do you want me to roll? I can roll.
Sure. What would that
Control?
be? I keep making you guys roll control. I want to
Control is like all the mental stuff, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's do another. I
roll
guess.
dexterity to see.
Roll
if it's
dexterity.
fast
How
enough.
good are your eyes at zooming? No, go ahead and do control. All right. So
Probably
here's
just
what I'm
the
gonna.
basics. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. Roll a 1d6 for me.
It's a
4.
4.
All right. So then I'm gonna go ahead and give you. Here, let's say it's good mixed. So let's do 3 traits from each person. Or I'll even allow you, if you really want, to do 6 of 1. If you want to really just zoom in on one motherfucker.
We will do 3 each.
Okay.
And I think it's fair to say they would probably be like details that would be most noticeable at a distance. So,
Mhm.
like hair color, clothes, general build kind of thing.
All right. So then what you're able to get is seems to be a man, one with brown hair, the other with blonde. Uh clothes, one seems to have a red vest, the other has a blue vest or jacket. It seems more of, and a hat. And you're also able to note that both of them seem pretty sizable guys.
Hmm.
One of
Okay.
them, looking at him, you'd guess he stands at least 6 foot.
Mm. Yeah, so like long blonde hair, big blonde beard, short
Mhm.
brown hair, mustache.
Yeah. You're able to get the base details.
Hmm.
Now we understand how the people of Carlsville felt watching the detectives walk around town all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Except the detectives in this case are dumping teeth.
Apparently.
All right. I've
Should
got all that.
we should
Is
call
there do I
the
see like an
police?
origin point around the news station of where the teeth lead, or no, they're too scattered and it was just those guys down the road looking suspicious?
Those guys down the road looking suspicious. It's hard to figure out a origin point. As far as the direction they're kind of leading off away from, it's like it kind of does a dip into the thin tree line here.
Hmm. Is it far enough in that it seems like there would be something that could be hidden, like within the like enough foliage to.
It's possible. Would you
Should
like to do a search, kid?
Bruce says, should we call the police?
I
I mean, are they really?
probably wouldn't hurt.
I mean, are
There's
they
no
really gonna
evidence of
believe
them
that?
doing anything other than walking away.
Seems sensible.
I mean, I don't know about those guys, but teeth.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think they're gonna believe that these just showed up?
It's worth saying something.
Like, how the hell did these show up?
That'll probably be the most interesting thing that's happened to them for the last week or month.
Douglas
Yeah.
kind of bites at the inside of his cheek. I don't know if anything will be done about it, though.
Still
Yeah.
worth saying something about. It.
I'll go make the call.
Right.
No, it's my neighbors. I gotta call my neighbors.
He
Call
heads
the
inside.
police.
The police.
I think Hun will lean like against the frame of the door so he can hear the call inside.
Peabody is going to look over his shoulder and kind of, Isaac, come with me a sec. And he is
Oh,
going
sure.
to
It looks
head
like
over
he was
to-
kind of eyeing the path too. It looks like he was already
Yeah.
like starting to walk towards you.
We'll head over to see where those teefies lead. See if there's anything we can spot in the plants and the bushes and the
Think,
trees.
Do we all see where they go?
Yeah.
I think Tomo's gonna follow them.
The Isaac and Peabody?
Yeah.
Go for it. Alright, yeah, I was gonna make sure you can move yourself. We'll handle foliage group second. As far as staying at the building, Hun, you kind of lean in to listen, and you kind of hear us for a second. Douglas is standing over the phone, and you hear him kind of take a breath and call, and then immediately switch back into a professional cadence and kind of demeanor as he's like, "Hi, so sorry to bother you, Stafford. I was wondering if you could stop by Springsteel News. We've had a bit of a strange happening over here. It looks like there's some teeth that have appeared at my doorstep." No, I haven't seen any of the Bog Boys. Yes, I understand. I've got a couple of interviewees here with me.
Tell them there's blood.
Would it be possible if you could come, please? And does Bruce actually say that?
Yes, it's like
Loud
it's like a
whispers.
whisper. It's like one of those whisper shouts. It's not.
Stage
He didn't
whisper.
shout that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
loud whispers.
yeah. It's a stage whisper.
The stage whisper, yeah.
He says, I'd really prefer if you came sooner than later, please. We think there may be blood, and we're worried someone may have been hurt. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. See you soon. I have the address. Do you need... Okay, you have it. Great. Thanks. Yep, bye-bye. Thanks. And he hangs up. All right, Stafford should be on his way soon.
Right.
Thumbs up.
Well, I suppose things just got more interesting for you, huh?
Well, I got an article, he says with a kind of forced smile.
How often does it publish? Like once a week?
Yeah, roughly.
When? Like what day? Like Sunday or something?
Let's say Tuesdays, maybe?
I think multiple people said they read the paper yesterday, so maybe it's Saturdays.
So it could be Saturday.
Maybe it's a Saturday one, yeah.
Well, I'll look forward to reading about it in the next issue.
We'll see if it's something that needs to be taken by the police. I don't know how much I'll be able to write.
Hmm. Well, I suppose. We don't get
and-
strangers around here very often now, do we?
Time to time, people passing through, but no, I don't think so.
Right. Some have got the mall, of course, but we ain't anywhere near that.
Have you seen anyone?
Has Hans seen anyone weird? He didn't see the Rat Man because he was the other side of the room, so...
Rat Man.
Yeah, he didn't see Rat Man, so...
One day, who is the Rat Man?
Go ahead and roll a 1d6 for me.
Okay. 2.
You haven't seen anyone.
Not that I recall. See a
He
lot of same
nods.
old faces.
I think there were some people staying at the Emerald Scale from out of town.
For the draw?
I can't say.
Sounds like I gotta think of a reason to be out here.
Suppose we're not
I
the...
mean, sometimes people
source.
just stop on their road trips or whatever,
I suppose.
or them, you know. I guess no one stays overnight for the mall.
No, not anymore.
Once upon a time, hun. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Used to be busy. But it's quiet now. Get more coffee.
He blinks for a second as he processes what you say. He says, yeah, I can put some on.
Nice. He'll come in if he's invited in.
Oh yeah, you're welcome in. Please, both of you, come in. Let's not stand out here with the teeth, shall we? And as the both of you go inside with Douglas, we cut to the 3 others who are stepping into a small wooded patch with some shrubbery and dirt under heel. Because it's always kind of so muggy and foggy here, the mud is keen to grip to you the soles of your shoes. And you go into this small little, I wouldn't even call it an alcove, it's not big enough for that. If anything, it's just a small break between one part of town to the next. Something that never got hacked down because this place wasn't big enough to be worth it. And you investigate. Could one of you, whoever you would like, roll me a 1d20, please?
Wants to be in charge of Tooth Gang.
I think Peabody is taking charge of Tooth Gang.
All right, Teeth.
All right.
Tooth Gang,
And
make
then-
your roll.
Peabody, go ahead and roll me that, and then I'm gonna have someone else in.
That is a 20.
That is right, you're the
Whoa.
leader.
Very nice. And then I'm gonna have someone else in Tooth Gang also do me a favor and roll me a 1d6, please.
I choose you, Ren.
I was just gonna say I'll do it.
As the complete opposites of each
I
other.
love it. We
We
love
have
Yes,
both- we
the
have
epitome
both.
of tabletop 1s
We-
and 20s.
We only work with extremes in Tooth Gang.
Yeah, one end to the other.
All right. This is taking a turn I did not fucking expect.
Solve it. You win.
What the fuck?
We've done it, fellas.
We got it.
We fucking did it.
All right, give me a moment. Do-do-do-do. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start here. Can then Isaac, can you roll for me a 1d8 as you all go in and you enter this area, and as you follow this amount of teeth, and in doing so you notice this area, it almost feels like it gets darker. It's midday, but it's just the feeling that colors seem less saturated, the light seems dimmer. There's a feeling about this place that isn't right.
Just raises all the hair on your arms and
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna need you to roll one more time for me, please, Isaac. As the teeth lead to an object that is laying in the dirt. A porous palm-sized stone of what seems to be reddish material. It almost seems like it's the last drop in this strange trail.
How dark is it here?
I would say the feeling of just before, like an hour or two before dusk hits.
It's not quite dark enough, but Isaac will just like take out his lighter and flick it up.
Okay.
Oh, hell's that?
we'll go over and investigate and get a closer look at it.
He'll hold his little lighter out so you have a little bit more light on it.
I don't think they know that Ren's there, do they?
How
Well,
stealthy
we
is Ren
hear-
being?
If
I
we hear
mean-
you walking around behind us.
I don't think he's trying to be.
Yeah, I think we'd hear like branches cracking as you follow.
So, did you say you weren't trying to be stealthy? I'm sorry.
No, he's not trying to be. I mean,
Okay.
he's just there.
I mean, you followed pretty quickly after Isaac, so Isaac at least knows you're there. Puberty might register. There is another person. I don't know if he registers at the Ren right away.
There's a bassy sound all of you hear. And boom, 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 boom. Soft.
What direction?
From in front of you on the ground. And there's a small beat.
Mm,
And another boom, 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 boom.
From the stone.
Hey guys, you don't
That'd
think
be
that's
about
where
the right location.
Return the slab.
I think at this point, Tomo's just gonna be like, just gonna look at them and just be like, do you think that's where the teeth came from?
Can we tell what it is if we get closer to it, or is it's just like a weird looking rock?
Is it like the top
It-
of a skull or something?
It is a flat stone about palm size, or no, flat and porous. So it's like it's got little pock marks in it.
Hmm.
Almost like I don't know how to describe it, like a sea stone that's been
Pumice.
left in the water too long, in the ocean where it gains those sort of holes. But as you hear the sounds, the stone doesn't seem to move.
Guys, you don't think this was leading us here, right?
It's gotta be some weird, like, Mothman bullshit, will it? Hey, Tomo, maybe you should, go back and tell them about this. Since they're telling the cops.
What? I just got here.
Oh, well. I can go back. How far away are we from the house? Or from,
You're not
we can still see it?
terribly far. I would say like
20, 30 feet out or so.
yeah.
Within, like, visual distance of.
You
Of
can
the
see,
news
yeah, you can
station.
see the street from here.
Yeah.
It's not like it's completely cut off, but it's like if you were a no good, naughty creature and you were trying to hide from the law, this would make a laughable but doable hiding spot.
Gotcha.
Of which, as you look back, you do see a police cruiser pulling up.
Oh, guess I recalled.
Why don't you go grab him and bring him over here, kid?
I'll go.
You go up, and at the same time, inside group, I think you all do see the car roll in outside as well.
Right? Han, like, big sigh, puts his cup down, straightens his hat.
Well, I guess I'm the one that called. 1 second, this number won't let me grab my Dougal. There we go. There you go, little Dougal.
By the 40.
And he will step outside. And he kind of looks back to see if the two of you are going to be following him.
Han follows.
Yeah.
Okay. And all of you head out to meet the officer around the same time that coming up the incline, Ren, you are also rising. All right, I got a call for this location.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have here. He'll kind of like gesture toward where like all the teeth are,
He
and like kind of like the trail that they're leading.
he adjusts his glasses and takes a look at the teeth, and he goes, "Oh, great."
Is this something you've seen before?
Well, there's been cases of animal mistreatment over the last, I'd say, year or so. If I'd have to wager a guess, and he kind of gets down on one knee and picks one of them up and kind of he picks it up with like a, what do you call that? It's a cloth. It's not a napkin.
Handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Everyone touching evidence.
I mean, this is
Mhm.
like, what, back in, you said 90s or something?
Fucking 90s. You
94.
think
No
they
one
gave a
fucking
shit
cares.
about it? It's fucking fingerprints.
Not as much.
They were,
CSI
they were definitely
had not
better
come
than, say,
out
the
yet.
70s.
Yeah.
That's right.
CSI hadn't come out yet, so also the general public was not aware of like preserving evidence.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Really,
don't touch
Yeah.
weird things.
But he kneels down and uses a handkerchief to kind of pick one up and examine it, adjusting his glasses with the other hand. I'll probably need to take a couple of pictures of these. When did you say that they showed up?
like 10 minutes ago.
Sometime
They weren't there when we
between-
went in, and we had like, I don't know, 20 minutes
Something
of
like that.
interviewing, and then they were there when we came out.
And did you happen to see anyone who dropped them off, or any strange persons?
Two strange persons. They were moving
Okay.
that way, and he points down the road.
Do you have a description? I do actually. I have it in writing. Can I take a look at that? Yep, here you go. And he looks at the writing, and squints. Okay. And he then hands it back to Douglas and then pulls out his own notepad and kind of copies down the notes. Brown hair, mustache, brown red vest, blue jacket, blonde hair, beard. All right. Headed southeast. He writes that down, clicks his pen. We will look into it, and I can reach out to someone to get this all cleaned up for you, Mr. Gray. Do you need anything else from us? This feels a bit... I know it can seem intimidating. We've had a couple of instances about this throughout town. It's... Unfortunately, some people think that things like these is a funny joke to play.
Well, joke or not,
Okay, but like, where are
There's
people
a-
getting teeth to play jokes on with?
there's a trail leading back there. And he kind of like thumb over his shoulder.
Yeah, this isn't just a joke, man. Like, I hate to say it, it's not just a joke. Somebody's doing this on purpose.
He looks over at the gestured trail and he says, "All right, I'll go take a look."
I think
Also, is an animal cruelty a crime?
He looks over his shoulder with the most tired stare and just half nods like, "Yeah."
So done with our shit.
You don't think he's done with your shit. You think he might be done with the world.
so.
Tired of being the only deputy in this place.
We've got.
You don't know how. You're
I
getting the
was-
feeling he might have had a lot of animal abuse calls recently.
So there's a Isaac and okay, just finger snap, and a Peabody are down there as well. So if you have any more questions, they might be able to give you something. I don't know if they've seen anything over there.
I'll ask and see what information they've got for me.
Not.
If you all could stay here while I do that, I would appreciate it. I'll collect information, names, once I get back.
Right.
Thumbs up. Also, I want you to know when he does a thumbs up, it's the like down by his hips thumbs up. He's not raising.
He doesn't raise his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like half sniffs and begins making his way that direction. I'm gonna go ahead before I forget, give you your new human you've earned in the art.
Yes.
Our new fella. He's so tired.
And then as he begins to make his way down, we roll down the hill like a silly little infant back towards Isaac and Peabody, who are standing over a strange pulsing stone. In the time that they were speaking to the officer, was there anything either of you did?
I imagine we don't want to like squish it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm debating on whether he would kind of try to flip it over with his shoe to see if, like, what the fuck, or if he would leave it be because what the fuck.
I'm just gonna do what anyone would do is look for a cool stick to try to flip it with.
You get a cool stick. It's not that hard to
Nice.
find.
How sword like is it?
You roll me a percentile. Oh my
Pretty
god.
sword like.
Yeah, Isaac, you remember as a child trying to find that good stick that like you can run it along the ground as you walk and it does that little like skip 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 and then you can fight people with it. You've got the sword stick. Like it's not the perfect one, but it's pretty damn close. And
got,
you
like,
didn't
a
even
guard and
have look
everything.
for it. Maybe you should take this home to your kids.
Yes. After I poke the weird thing with it.
You found the near perfect stick.
Yep, that's it. Just gonna add that to my inventory.
You may do that. It
All
can
right,
be
near
used as an
perfect
improvised
stick.
weapon.
All right. Yeah, he'll snap that off and come over and kind of do the motion of like I'm gonna go to flip it.
You. Oh wait, is that a question to Peabody?
Yeah.
You get a hesitant nod.
All right, and he immediately goes and like jabs it to flip it.
You get your stick in a good little groove of one of its holes and flip it, and as you do, you both witness something that's kind of uncomfortable. You watch as this red color on the stone, as it's flipped, flows to one side. And then it lands again and it flattens out, making the stone appear red once more. And you are both able to make out a very light sloshing sound.
Don't like that.
Is there anything where the stone used to be?
There is an indent where it was in the mud, but otherwise no.
You ever seen anything like this?
No. He will like kind of squat down on his heels and take a better look at the teeth. I will investigate the bones.
You may investigate the boons. I'll give it to you because you are a doctor. You work with people enough. You are not a dentist, but it's close enough.
I can't remember. Is there any way to assist a roll or?
I would allow it. We'll I don't know if there's actually a specific thing for it, but we'll note it in having him roll. And go ahead and roll a control for me, PPD. All right, you got it. And with Isaac's help, both of you are able to get a good look at these teeth, and you're looking at it and you're realizing that actually, even though they're all kind of split up, it seems like there's almost like a scattered set. And you're uncomfortable as you recognize the clear shape of molars and incisors. But it's the canines that really make you uncomfortable, because an animal canine is much sharper than a human canine and bigger. And that canine is not big enough to be an animal. Not only that, as you're digging through and looking at these teeth, you notice a little fleck on one of them that you thought was just mud before, but as you get closer you realize, no, that's a filling.
Yeah, I think just the combination of molars, canines, and incisors is like, yeah, that's not an animal. They don't have that that combination. It's either like the actual like grinding teeth or it's the the sharp eating meat teeth, but you don't typically get the combo. Hooray, they're human bones.
You have found human bones. And you hear a twig snap from behind you as Stafford seems to be kind of carefully making his way down the small incline.
Isaac turns around holding a his lighter and his perfect stick.
What a picture he makes.
Hello, officer.
Hello, gentlemen. I have been told that there are more teeth this way.
Yeah, and it's a problem. And he waves him over. And he is going to point out the observations that he made of that is a molar, those are incisors, and that is a dental filling. This is most likely human.
Yep, that looks like it. Well, if the two of you would like to meet me at the top of the hill here, I'm going to take down everyone's details, and then I'm going to need to make a couple of calls so that we can properly look into this.
We'll stand up and nod. And head out if everyone else is moving out.
Yeah.
And you all meet back up at the top. Stafford carefully stepping over Teeth.
Teeth.
And he begins the process of taking down names, information, addresses. Do any of you have a criminal record?
Is he staring at Ren when he says that?
I was looking at Isaac.
Or is he staring at Isaac?
Isaac's probably got a little bit of something.
So which one of them is he trying to like fess up to?
I think he's looking at Tomo, or sorry, Ren first.
I was muted. He just looks like I got nothing.
Okay. And he looks at you, Isaac.
Oh, I got a couple from overseas, and then maybe some more petty ones here. Well, they're all relatively petty.
And Bruce is just sitting there like, Mom has told me the
drug
story of you
possession.
guys. Yeah, Bruce is sitting there being like, Mom has told me the story of you guys shoplifting and stealing things.
A little bit of that, yeah. really
He's
like
not saying anything. He's not saying anything.
Disturbing the peace, petty theft. Also, really don't do that anymore.
As you say that, you just watch as like he's looking at you like with the half-lidded eyes, and then you hear the click as he turns the knob on his radio, and you hear the doot as it comes to life.
Glad to see the police profiling discrimination is alive and well in Hungry Hollow in the 90s.
Dispatch, this is Stafford. I have a 1025. Could you call to get some backup? And you just hear on the other side a voice saying 10-4. All right. I've got all of your names. So, how about you walk me through what happened this morning?
You asking anyone in particular?
He's just looking at everyone.
Right. Well, showed up. Got an invite to talk to reporter about
Nods.
the goings around town events. Got here around and he says whatever the time is that he showed up.
Like 10-ish.
Wait around for a couple of other people, and we went in around. He gives an approximate guess, and we're in there for a bit. And Isaac shows up, right? And he comes in and he says, "There's teeth," and that's when we went up. And there were teeth.
And you came in after everyone else, he says, looking at Isaac.
Yeah, I was running a little late.
From?
So I have 4 kids back home. Need to find them a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did. I mean, looked after it now. You can talk to that babysitter. That's my alibi.
And what's the name of this babysitter?
Who do you end up finding?
Probably Beth.
It's Beth. Beth last name.
Last name?
Does he know?
I would assume Isaac would know her last name.
Insert last name.
It's incredibly funny if he doesn't.
Beth Bethson.
Beth.
Is Beth the kind of person, or is Isaac the kind of person to get a last name?
I think he'd know it for Beth at least.
Okay. I never figured out one for Beth, so we'll say you give it. You'll write that down. All right. And when you arrived, there were teeth.
So I came in on that motorcycle over there. I was in a bit of a hurry since I was running late, so I ran up the stairs right away.
You watch as he writes down your plate.
Oh man. There's a pile of teeth right there by the door. So I immediately did what anyone would do. I kicked in the front door, and I yelled for help. Which these guys can confirm. That's my alibi.
He did kick in the door.
Is there just a Isaac's fucking like motocross boot print in the center of the
Yeah.
door?
And officer, I can confirm that I had my intern send out letters this morning for randomly selected interviewees, and that is why they're here. Isaac was one of the individuals selected for today's interviews. All right, and interviews plural. This was one of 5. It's gonna have to be one of 1, buddy. This area is gonna need to be closed down for investigation. Okay.
You could probably interview him at the diner.
He nods. I'll figure out something.
It's just,
Is someone
right.
clipping their nails into their bike?
No.
The tiniest little.
I had a hangnail and it was bugging me and distracting me. So oh, sorry, I didn't know it was picked up.
That's a tooth plinking onto the ground.
Yes.
It's
Like
another tooth plink.
That's it, like slipping out of his handkerchief.
Oh no! like on the floor of the news station. Just plink onto Douglas's carpet.
Douglas holds a like a pleasant expression. It's fine. This is fine. All right. I'm going to take this all back for processing. I suggest that all of you stay in touch. I'll be reaching out either later today or tomorrow for follow-up.
well, you know where to find me.
Might not be a bad idea for each of you to know where to find each other either. And he starts heading towards the car.
I think that comment has like a furrowed brow from how I was like, oh, what?
I think he's implying that we should exchange information with each other.
Yeah, but
But yeah, that is
confusion.
is a weird comment. Squints at that.
You just do another clippy.
Thank you.
Another
Yeah, sorry.
Another
Where
tooth
is he
drop.
coming from?
It's just the clippies.
I'm done.
My brain interpreted it as like a click click of a mechanical pencil. Like, click click.
I have ADHD. I literally could not focus with the bugging me.
He
Have you defeated?
uses the radio in his car, and you're not able to hear what he's saying. But when he comes back out, he just motions over his shoulder with his thumb. Off you go.
Right.
He's sending everybody out from the
Mm-hmm.
office.
Douglas will comply, and as he starts to walk out, like Stafford half like guides with his takes out his baton and half guides the first person leaving to walk around the teeth.
No, of course. We're gonna step through the teeth.
He's just
He has
making
no-
sure. He's just
He has
directing
no faith in you or
traffic.
humanity.
Right, well. That's about as much interesting stuff happening today as I'm willing to deal with.
Did you need anything else from us, Douglas?
Well, I didn't finish the interview, to be honest. I don't suppose you all would be willing to reschedule.
That's fine,
Shrugs.
as long as I'm not working.
He crosses his arm. Well, when's everyone free? Let's have this conversation a little further from the building, please. Right. Sorry.
Just
Oh,
shuffle
across
over
the
to where the
street.
cars are.
Yeah, go over to the parking lot where
Yeah.
everyone's cars
I,
are.
I'm pretty sure Bruce just walked over here.
Yeah, he probably did. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
did
he
you just
just,
like walk
whoop.
through? Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the woods.
You probably walked near that trail then.
Well, no, it didn't exist when he walked there.
That's true.
Stare at Tomo.
He just looks back at him like, what?
Keep it going.
I'm going.
Grabs his motorcycle, like wheels it over here.
I'm glad we all have the same brain.
Right, well, next time I'm open is, let's see. I suppose it'd be tomorrow. Farmer's market, but outside of that, don't think I'm doing much.
All right.
Otherwise, sometime next week.
He looks at the rest of you.
I thought that
Uh,
worked.
Yeah, just work Monday through Friday at the mall, you know, get off. And he says whenever he gets
what?
off, typically.
I'm available for the rest of today. I can cancel the interviews for tomorrow. And we could do it then, I suppose. If that's workable for everyone.
If nothing crazy comes up.
Hey, Peabody, what's going on over there?
If anyone is watching, they might catch the fact that Alistair looks visibly flustered as he realizes he doesn't know what his work schedule is.
Yeah, what would be a roll for noticing the control, right?
Well, he failed his control, so I think anyone can say they notice.
You alright?
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. It's pretty full schedule.
Well, here, let me give you my contact information. And he flips to a new page and will write out his name, number, and address and hold that out to you.
Address, sir. That's very bold.
It's a small town.
Yeah, is he inviting people over to his house for interviews?
Well, I
Where
can't
the
do
fuck
it
is
here.
he gonna do it otherwise? Fucking Springfield lose his teeth.
Bruce said the diner. I mean, that is a public place. Then again, this is 1994 and people haven't caught on to stranger danger as much yet.
Bruce will say, did the clinic hours change?
Fucking sweats. No.
Question, GM.
Yeah.
Am I there enough? And I'm friends with one of the doctors to know some
are
of the
friends with
schedule.
Dabrowski. Actually, Isaac. You were just hitting it up with Dabrowski the other day. And as the two of you were kind of leaning it back, chilling because it was late enough and nothing was happening. You were just kind of idly shooting the shit, and he was mentioning the fact that he is on for this week and the first half of next week. Then he gets to switch off, and it's going to be great. But his nurse is currently down in the city, so it's going to be quiet for these next couple days. Not for him, not for his busyness, but as far as staffing goes.
So it sounds like he's expecting to do it alone.
He is prepared to fight this battle solo.
All right, and it's like, wasn't old Dr. Browski doing it solo?
Sweats a little bit more. That's what he decided to do.
Unless you're offering to help. Sound like he was having a rough time of it.
Drugs.
Like after the interview, obviously.
Douglas smiles.
I like how he just snuck that in there so that he could engineer it. So that... Right, maybe I'll go look into that.
Well, he looks over at Hun and Bruce and then kind of back towards Isaac and Tomo. We'll be in touch.
Yeah,
Sure.
so.
Shrugs.
Did he give his number to everybody?
He's in the process. You can see
Okay.
it starting to take separate paper,
Little bits and pages
Mhm.
for everybody.
And then here you are. Here you are. Good to see you again, Grave. I thought you weren't going to make it.
Oh, running a little late.
A little.
Just a little, yeah.
He gives the
Brought a
last
scoop with me though, right?
What do you say?
Brought a scoop with me though, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's better that we found it this way than walking out afterwards.
I could have tripped over it.
Ugh. Right then, I'll see you all early tomorrow. Address should be on the paper. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
He'll glance at it and then do some math in his head. Right, I think I can swing that. Hit the farmer's market first and then come on over. Yeah.
Wonderful. I appreciate it. And it's around this time that you can see in the distance a car pulls up and it closes and a what seems to be a young adult steps out with a work uniform that seems to have been splashed with flour, and he's holding a box roughly pizza sized.
Oh no.
That's awesome. Hey, what? That's awesome.
That's where we're gonna end session.
Oh my God.
Poor kid.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna
hey, yo,
have to.
pizza's here.
We'll have to accept the pizza. I'm sure there's like a picnic bench out somewhere nearby. If not, we can
Well,
convene.
you guys are actually right next to the rec center, so there's an entire outdoor area.
there you
that
go.
Nice.
can
Yeah, we can. So we can have
Wander.
pizza over there.
Yeah. While we
And then,
like from across the street, watch the officer do whatever he's doing.
We have a nice
Eyeing
lunch
him,
and
yeah.
the view of the crime scene.
You get to
I'm
watch
sure
as
he's used
Stafford
to, like-
slowly, like works.
It's a small town. I'm sure he's used
Oh,
to
yeah,
people
they're
watching.
100
Yeah, I'm sure he's used to
Doggers.
people
Doggers.
gather around when something actually happens.
Good thing I don't have my body bag on me, right? Am I right?
You watch as like Stafford occasionally, like he's surveying the scene. You can tell he's doing the initial like scene sketch, and then occasionally he just stops and sighs and continues.
Yeah.
You
Do
know
we
you love a
have-
Stafford.
Is it just the pizza? Do we have like little dinky paper plates?
You have little dinky paper plates, and like there's a side of breadsticks, and like they brought like a plastic liter
Like a 2
of
liter of Coke.
Oh my god.
So I don't
So-
know. Are we skipping ahead next session? Because I did have a idea of something that Isaac wants to do immediately after this.
We will probably be skipping ahead. This will be a section that if anyone wants to do RPs, you're welcome to, because you're eating pizza at the park.
Watching the crime scene.
In fact, wait a second. I can make this better. Give
What
me
did
a
Isaac want
moment.
to do?
Bruce is like, we could go to my house if you wanted. I have a table.
Don't worry. There's a table at the rec center. It's not
Okay.
night, but this is the correct vibe.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's
And this
just
is
a
the
little-
90s, so these are probably all metal instead of plastic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little picnic park bench, like, hanging out and eating pizza.
Probably like
Yep.
2 children playing on them or something.
Bree, did you send the makers your all your portraits?
I have given you the portrait of the named fella you got today.
No, you said you'd make
No,
the
the-
module author. You wanted to send all the pictures to the module author. The person who wrote the module.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was so confused for a second. No, I haven't sent the pictures.
Dude, they'd be happy. And they probably need a little cheer up after,
Everything that's happened.
Everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tori, what is it you wanted to do before next session?
Well, first he'd offer, once they're all done with their pizza, he'd offer Tomo a ride home on the motorcycle. Mostly because he wants to talk to Hellings about the whole woods thing. Since Hellings lives in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him a heads up.
When you give Tomo a ride or Ren a ride home, his dad is not home. And Ren can tell you that his dad was off to work when he dropped him off.
I'm off to the forest, son.
with my rope.
With my rope and my axe.
Gonna catch me some bug boys.
To
No.
make suspiciously
Don't-
large
don't
amounts of
ask.
money.
Don't ask.
Isaac, you could leave a note for him if you'd like.
Might leave a note and might also do concerned mother on the porch until he sees Hellings come home so he can head over there to talk to him.
You're just gonna sit on the porch for the rest of the day?
Like, the on and off looking out the window seeing if you see like anyone pass by.
Oh my gosh.
So he's just waiting. Oh, because they're not far from each other, right? He's
No, they're
just
pretty
watching.
close. Yeah.
Okay. We'll handle that next session then.
It's a pretty isolated road, so
Yeah, I can tell you what Han's up to, right? We get our
Mhm.
pizza, we convene, right? And then he goes back to the tiny gossip circle that's happening right now.
Mhm.
And then spills everything he knows.
It's immediately just ongoing police investigation. Oh my god.
And then enjoys a nice
Mom, you gotta hear this.
Yeah, exactly. Mum. Here's what wow accent. Here's what I know. And then just whoa.
What?
And there were teeth. That's something new.
It's to be gossip. I'm taking note of where y'all are going so I can be ready for next session.
Mhm.
Well, I think Bruce's plans was to go grab his tools and go up to that nice derelict farm and be like, "Hey, did you
Mm.
need help with anything?"
Mm-hmm.
Not spooky over there at all or
Just
anything.
try to pick up
Derelict.
some, extra cash.
All right. Collect his tools and head to the Egby farm. Offer assistance. What about... So Ren is at home with Isaac, but does Ren still plan to meet up with friends? What is Ren's plans?
I mean, nothing's stopping him from doing it. He probably will.
Okay. Would Isaac stop him?
No.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so like, careful the woods and whatever.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, and what about Peabody?
Before he heads out, he's gonna take a little paper plate and just slice a pizza and run it over to the officer. Because he's probably gonna be there a while and it's gonna suck. So you can have some pizza. Sure.
Stafford will take the pizza with a nod. You see a little thing in the corner that's just like Officer Stanford will remember this.
Affinity plus. And I think he's gonna head back home and continue his delving into whatever records he can find in the house. See if he can't come up with a work schedule that he wrote down somewhere.
You did have that number.
He did have the number. He could call work and be like, "Hey, I forgot to write it down." Sure, that is the smart thing to do. Would be to call work.
All right.
So he will just continue trying to gain information about supposedly what was happening in his life for however long before Hungry Hollow happened to him.
All right, perfect. I have the jumping point for next session.
Ka-chow.
If anyone would like to do RPs here, they're welcome to. Available people you have RPs to do with is Douglas. If you want to bug Stafford, you're welcome to. Or because of your location, you actually can also talk to Betty because she is definitely eyes emojiing outside from the rec center.
Oh yeah, I have a card for you. Can you give it to Bree?
Oh, thank you. I accept. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I shove it in my
Wow.
mouth. It says you're undecided.
Oh. It was waiting for me to click the button.
Undecided.
All right, let me get the ending feed. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for doing the game.
Yeah.
The spooky game that happens at night.
Yeah, the spooky liminal
Spooky.
game.
The
so
spooky liminal game where everything's
spooky.
okay and we don't eat teeth.
And we had
Yeah, we
pizza.
A pizza,
Uh,
He-Man.
The pizza.
Pizza. Eat it.
Oh,
This
Free.
town is full of teeth. How can you just sit there and eat pizza?
You can eat pizza with the new teeth.
Yeah, remember, kids. Stay in school. Eat your
Or
teeth.
Eat your teeth.
Eat
Yeah.
teeth. Eat your calcium.
Or drop out of
my
school. The system's a lie.
Drop out of school. My recording might be marked.
Oh no.
What happened?
I have to just some audio stuff. A video played in the background, and I gotta see if I can cut it out or not. So,
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, if you know what video, there is theoretically a way in actual audio software you can invert the thing and perfectly cancel it out. But that is a lot of work for.
How to do that?
I will
This is my
end
stupid mistake.
recording here then, I suppose.